The Rock just turned into the Pebble. He went on a cleanse, lost about 50 pounds, and looks like a whole new person. But the truth about his shocking transformation gets darker than you think.
He's almost had a heart attack. He's got his body scanned, and he discovered The Rock isn't invincible after all. Bro is a living heart attack.
What nobody knows is that he had no choice but to downsize and lose all that muscle, because otherwise he could have ended up losing his own life.
The Rock had to make a change, or he wouldn't be able to change ever again because he'd no longer be with us.
The most shocking part was that his physical transformation wasn't even all that hard to achieve. He didn't do more cardio or go on an insanely strict diet. Instead, he just stopped using steroids, because that's the only possible way someone could lose such an insane amount of muscle in a short amount of time. In fact, instead of just stopping, he might have just lowered his doses by a lot.
I believe that The Rock has now lowered his doses. I don't think he's 100% natural. When you go from abusing steroids for perhaps 30 straight years, your body is going to shut down.
But none of this is surprising to fitness experts who have been warning him for ages. In fact, even Dave Bautista did the exact same thing just a few months ago after he slimmed down and cut his size in half, just to make sure he didn't die an early death. Because what nobody tells you is that you can't stay that massive and jacked for your entire life without experiencing some severe consequences.
You thought that previous physique was just up at 4:30, hardest worker in the room? Are you insane?
And the funniest part is that both The Rock and Bautista are still pretty massive, except with their height, and the fact that they became famous due to their picture-perfect muscles. Fans just have a hard time understanding that they're much healthier right now than they've ever been.
They think I'm like at 6'4", 240 pounds next to your typical actor. I look like a gorilla.
The funny thing is that The Rock still isn't being honest with his fans about why he's changed so much. Because all he's been talking about is the fact that he's finally starting to take acting a little seriously and doesn't want to go down as the worst actor from the WWE. Since for the past few years, people couldn't help but compare him to the likes of Cena or Bautista when it came to range. But now that he looks like a whole new person, he might have opened up doors to some serious acting gigs where he isn't always playing the buffed up tough guy. However, everyone can agree on one thing. Whether or not he's lost his iconic look, everyone would much rather have him alive than stare at his pecs for 2 hours on a movie screen. So did The Rock finally do the right thing by not abusing steroids and PEDs anymore? Or is he going to regret this sudden transformation and go back to usual in a few months?